After you have your 3 layers pinned together and your body piece rolled up on the inside, you are going to be stitching one straight line across the top edge of your fabric where you have it pinned, all the way across using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So you're going to take your fabric and you're going to put it into your sewing machine. You're going to line up the edge with the 4/8 line that's on the machine. Okay, we want to make sure that we're going to be starting all the way at the top edge of the fabric, so I'm going to line it up. I'll put my presser foot down. Then I need to make sure to remember to backstitch at the beginning and the end. So I'm going to go forwards my 3 or 4 stitches. I'm going to hold my reverse down so I go back 3 or 4 stitches back to the beginning, and then I'm going to sew straight all the way till I get to the end. Now right before I get to a pin, I'm going to stop and take the pin out. Okay. And I want to make sure as I'm sewing, I'm going to be sewing through all 3 of the layers. So if it looks like one of the layers, like the inside, is sliding in, I want to make sure to kind of pull it back out because I need to make sure all 3 of these layers are caught. So I'm going to be watching back here to stay at the 4/8 line, sewing through all of my layers. Once I get to the next pin, I'm going to stop and take it out. I don't want to sew over that, and then I'll keep going. I want to make sure all my layers are next to each other. And if it seems like one's slipping, you just have to stop, make sure it's lined up, and then you can keep going. And then when you get to the end, you're going to need to backstitch again. So I'm going to sew straight all the way till I get to the end. Then I'll stop, I'll hold my reverse so I go back again, and then I'll go forwards. Okay, and then I can stop, I'll pull out my fabric and I'll cut off my thread tails on this end, and then I'll go all the way to the other end, and I'll cut off my thread tails on this side too. And when you look, you should have one stitching line that's a 1/2 inch away from the edge all the way across the top.